A frequent complaint I hear from couples in long term relationships is that they're not having enough sex. Things happen in our lives that get in the way. And if you add kids into the mix, or you're both working, if you have any kind of big life events happening, it makes it even harder to find that time to connect. So, one of the first recommendations I make is to schedule sex. Make a sex date. And I'm often met with resistance and groans because I think that people have this idea that if you have to schedule sex, it means you don't want it. It means it's not a priority. It means it's not fun and exciting like it used to be. And I would counter that with it does actually make it a priority if you're scheduling it. Because the only way to guarantee that you'll have sex when you're busy and you're being pulled in 10 different directions is by putting it on your calendar. And if you think about the things you want to get done in your life, you often put them on your calendar. You may schedule working out, time with friends, you know what your workday is going to look like. Those things are scheduled. So why not schedule sex? And if you think about back in the day when you first got together and you were first sexually active with your partner, you probably had sex dates without even realizing it. You knew that you were going to have a date during the week. You might have planned a sleepover together, and on those occasions, you probably knew you were going to have sex. In some ways, even though it might not have been written explicitly in your calendar, it was scheduled. And in those days, it's often exciting. Like, oh my goodness, I get to get together this week. We get to have fun this week. There's excitement, there's anticipation that's built. You can prepare in some way. You can tantalize each other during the week with texts or emails. You can fantasize about it. It is exciting. So bring that energy into your current scheduled sex, and you can make it something that you look forward to rather than something that makes you feel like an old fuddy-duddy. In addition, just because you schedule sex doesn't mean it has to be boring, and it also doesn't mean that you can't have spontaneous sex other times during the week. So go ahead and give it a try. Make a date for sex with your partner this week.